Hi English, it's Arsh. I'm in your English class. For my humor piece, I decided to write a commencement speech for the class of 2021 at Los Altos High. So for those of you that go to Mountain View, I am very, very sorry. The torture is almost over, don't worry. One quick disclaimer, imagine that we're at Avaya Stadium or PayPal Park or whatever it's called, instead of at Los Altos or in my bedroom. So without further ado, here we go. Wow, boy does it feel nice to not be giving a speech at a construction site without well-functioning Wi-Fi. This is a pretty good upgrade, ASB. Class of 2021, we made it. After 4 years of sitting in class listening to our teachers give lectures for 90-minute block periods, one of us finally gets to do the talking for 5 minutes. Before I continue, I want to thank the teachers, staff, and students that have given me the wonderful opportunity to be addressing this crowd of masks and camera flashes today. It truly means a lot. I also want to give another big thank you to Dr. Nellie Meyer, Principal Satterwhite, Ms. Woolfolk, and all the frontline workers that have worked tirelessly to give us some sense of normalcy during this unprecedented time. I finally want to give a personal thank you to my second school, Freestyle Academy, for adding new perspectives to my life and further enriching my time at LAHS. While we may have spent much of our senior year in our pajamas while looking at pixels which we called classmates instead of at football games or homecoming, there's a lot that we took away from the experiences we did have. Coming into freshman year, we were told to enjoy and cherish these 4 years. And honestly, I never truly understood what that meant until our high school experience just zoomed away. Back then, life was so simple and our worries consisted of whether to have the world's most mediocre pizza at the pizza cart or march towards the back of campus to the taco truck. And not being caught by Julie's golf cart while we would ride our bikes into campus. We went through mutual relaxation knowing that freshman year wasn't the determining factor in the success of our high school career. And mutual embarrassment when we were seen wearing our PE uniforms while listening to Mr. Edwards give lectures on how discipline equals freedom. That lecture still haunts me today. While freshman year was nerve-wracking and filled with new experiences, we started to get a hang of things during sophomore year, and before we knew it, we were juniors. And we had to buckle up. I like to call this our Spider-Man year because this was the year we started to get a lot of freedom, such as being able to drive. At least, some of us. But with that freedom came a lot of responsibilities, such as AP classes, SAT prep, varsity athletics, and club presidencies. However, undoubtedly the biggest part of our junior year was the fact that we had a 2-week spring break. Remember on March 13th when we thought that we'd be back on campus in just 2 short weeks? Yeah, I do too. Those 2 weeks lasted a while, didn't they? But a great story such as our high school journey couldn't have gone linearly, and the pandemic was our iceberg. As we sat at home hoarding toilet paper, scrolling through TikTok, and freaking out over online AP exams, we not only persevered as a class, but we grew as individuals. Then it was finally time. After 3 years of hard work, we could finally relax with short schedules and Zoom classes. But there was one last important thing to do. We had to plan for what we were going to do after high school, whether that be college, gap years, or the Marine Corps. I think this idea is best described through a retelling of a short metaphor story by the one and only Lance Jabber. Let's say that you're single. I'm going to pretend that it's male because I'm male, so for the ladies, just flip that, or flip it for whatever suits you. Let's say that you're single and you decide that it's time to get married. However, you're still young and you don't want to rush into anything. So you spend years searching for the perfect girl. Every chance you get, you seek to meet as many people as possible in hopes of finding the one. Some girls you like more than others, some are more nerdy, some party too much, some live in freezing climates, but finally after months of searching, you find her. She is just incredible. She's fun, smart, extremely attractive, and just about everything you want in a female companion. So you decide to propose, but you only get one shot, and you can't afford to screw up. So you spend months agonizing about how you're going to do it. What are you going to say to her? So you set a deadline for yourself because you know you can't put it off forever. And as the deadline approaches, you start to get more nervous. Are you good enough? Did you get good enough grades? But is that all she wants? Oh God, her acceptance rate is so low. And then the deadline approaches. Oh God, you're nervous. You're sweating all over the place. She's definitely out of your league. Can you go back? She's in the Ivy League. How many mistakes have you made so far? Then it's finally over. You've clicked submit, and there's nothing more you can do. She then looks deep into your eyes and says, let me get back to you in like 4 months. That's pretty much what any post-high school application is like. Even though our senior year wasn't normal, we didn't completely lose out on the senior experience, did we? However, what I believe is most important is that we did not shy away from the challenges in front of us, and we looked at our situation the right way. If the past 4 years have taught us anything, is that in life, events are going to happen, and it is how you look at those events that are going to determine the quality of life that you are going to live. As long as you look at your life as a series of situations instead of as problems or challenges or accidents, you will lead a life full of smiles. So as we part ways for now, remember the situations we went through, remember the times you had, and take these moments to better yourself. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2021. So my inspiration for this came from a number of different sources. First and foremost, the comedian Veer Das was a big inspiration for me. Just like him, I am also of a South Asian background, and some of his stories and his way and style of storytelling was something that inspired me a lot when writing this piece. He really takes you through his experiences, and I think that's why he's such an effective comedian. The second comedian that I looked deeply into, I actually looked at two comedians for this one, were Trevor Noah and Hassan Minhaj. I'm sure most of you guys know Trevor Noah. He's brilliant, honestly, and his style of comedy, I don't think it's something that can really be mirrored. All three of these people are truly remarkable storytellers, and I wanted to mirror that in the second half of my essay. And when it comes to process, I sort of just went back, because I keep a journal. So I went back to my journal, sort of look at what my freshman mind was thinking, what my sophomore mind is thinking, what my junior mind is thinking. And, it started to reflect on that, and then eventually this came out. So yeah, I want to thank everyone for an incredible 2 years at Freestyle. You guys have been absolutely amazing, and I hope to see you guys someday. This has been a pretty good 2 years, so I'll see you guys very, very soon. ArshM.